Many have thought it is the same president, but the president that took secondly already died, but it is a different person in the name of the same president that is ruling over and over. And what they do is, when the person dies, they transplant their face on another one, and the person continues to rule, and you think the person is still alive when the person is not. Country of origin, Cameroon. If you are in the nation of Cameroon, my country of origin, before the Lord brought me to the United States of America, if you are in Cameroon, there is an earthquake. Wow, I just said earthquake again. Even though I already prophesied that there is an earthquake coming to this place, this same place I saw this flight landing with emergency. I saw earthquake coming there too. So, but today I'm not prophesying about the earthquake. Today I'm prophesying about an air flight that has nothing to do with Africa. This flight was passing over the nation of Cameroon, and it started to act crazy. And so God will help the plane, and they'll be looking for an emergency landing in Boya. This is why God will use also that in his wisdom in order for them to make a new airport in Boya. Boya will be like a very, very big city in future. It will be like the Jerusalem of Cameroon, in Cameroon. But God will destroy it and bring judgment to it first. All right. So I saw an air flight that has nothing to do with Africa. This air flight has nothing to do with Africa, and it was trying to do an emergency landing in Boya town, Cameroon. So watch and pray. If you are in Boya, Cameroon, watch and pray against any air flight that would try to make its landing there by emergency. Watch and pray, because by emergency I don't know whether it will be safe or whether it will actually crash, but all you see is emergency. When you see emergency landing, you don't know whether it's gonna truly land or not. So I can't tell. I did not get any details whether it's gonna crash or no, but I just saw emergency landing in Cameroon. So pray for that. And again, for Cameroon, there is a new Cameroon coming. There's a lot of secrets that will be exposed in the presidency. Especially watch out for November 29th in Cameroon. From November 29th, there was an act that was about to happen in the presidency in September. It did not work, but it's gonna work in November. So prepare the presidency, prepare the authorities in Cameroon, because the judgment of God is coming. Cameroon is giving birth already, and so the last phase of the pain will come. And I saw the judgment of God released on the presidency, and I'm gonna speak something in parable, and only someone from Cameroon will be able to easily understand. The president of Cameroon has been in power for 41 years now. Many have thought it is the same president, but the president that took secondly already died, but it is a different person in the name of the same president that is ruling over and over. And what they do is, when the person dies, they transplant their face on another one, and the person continues to rule, and you think the person is still alive when the person is not. So that evil will attract the international body. Many people in the world will look at Cameroon and they'll be surprised. They'll be like, what kind of evil is this happening to this country, that we thought that the president was still alive, but it is someone else ruling, but having his face, but using his face. I will speak and I will end here, because if I continue, they may look for me, and the authorities, they may look for me, and they will take my life. So I'm prophesying with wisdom right now. Pray for Cameroon. Such secrets will be exposed. Secret like that, people who were born even in the 1960s don't know about it. But I thank God for the prophetic gift of God, for the prophetic power of God, that you can see secrets that have been hidden for generations, secrets that no one knows about. And so God says, his judgment will come upon people who have put their hands in those plans, people who have been in those sins, in those who have been deceiving Cameroon and lying to Cameroon that this person is still alive when this person already died, but they are just different people are just using his face to rule. And so sometimes they hear that this person has died, but the person stays many days outside of the country, and after 2 weeks or 1 month they say that the person is still alive, because it's now a different person that has taken over. So they transplant his face from one place to another and then say it is the same person that is still alive. I speak in parables. But God says the secret has been hiding for too long. Judgment is coming to Cameroon, and for a new Cameroon to rise, that secret must be exposed. And God says it will bring attention of the world. People will be shocked around the world. That means if Cameroon can do it, means that probably other countries have done it. Maybe this Joe Biden was not really Joe Biden then. Who knows? We never know. So be very careful, guys, in these last days. So pray for Cameroon. There's a new newness is coming to Cameroon. Revival, like I said, is gonna come to Cameroon. God is gonna send many people out of Cameroon to preach the gospel to all nations, to different nations around the world. Cameroon is one of the nations that will bring revival to the whole world. I'm telling you right now. Nigeria has the anointing for the church, but Cameroon has public anointing. Cameroon has the anointing to bring crowds to Christ, but Nigeria has the anointing to minister in churches. That's why you see, even in America today, most street preachers that are from Africa are from Cameroon. And you ask yourself why? Because there's a certain anointing in the people there in Cameroon that God has deposited in them for the public. They easily pull the public to God. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are in Maryland, and they are all Cameroonians, and they all do street preaching. So it's hard. I don't hate any African country here, so don't get me wrong. So I've not met, I only went once with a Nigerian. His name is Damisiani. We used to evangelize in Maryland, but I've not met many Nigerians who are evangelizing here. I know they are doing it. I'm not saying they're not doing it, but I'm talking about, for example, street preaching. There are many Nigerians here in America who are in churches. I'm not talking about churches. I'm talking about people who go beyond the church to bring people to the kingdom. I've seen that anointing more in Cameroon too, in Cameroon a lot. And if you check very well, most street preachers from Africa and America are people from Cameroon. So I saw revival coming to Cameroon. God will send more missionaries from Cameroon to the world. God will give Cameroonians access to other nations in the world so that they can go and preach the gospel there. But before that, the evil of the nations will be exposed. Things are unlocking in Cameroon little by little. And also there are some Indians that will try to come to Cameroon, and God will fight them. There's some Indians that are planning to come to Cameroon to go to a place where we have an ocean to try to bring the demon of Hindu gods in Cameroon, and God will stop them. So if you know any Indian that is traveling to Cameroon and are going there to try to do some evil work at the ocean there, just know that God will stop them. Just inform them that I already said God will stop them. They'll be dressed like in some red or orange dressing, something like that. They'll be dressed. That's how they will be dressed. They will try to go to the ocean in Boya, Limbe, or how did they call it? Limbe Beach. We have a beach there in Cameroon because my country is part of the Atlantic Ocean, hits our country. So in the Limbe Beach over there's gonna be some Indians that's gonna go in the southwest region and try to summon a demon from the ocean so that they can rule over Cameroon. But God says he's gonna send fire from heaven and that he's gonna stop them. So if you see any Indian going to Cameroon, tell them that you don't just enter like that to do evil. There are watchers over there. You can't just enter like that to do evil. Okay.